Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Give me 1 second. Awesome. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I've got a quick Kiss copy working on for a buddy of mine. He does private parties and whatnot. He's a costumed performer and so much more, stilt walker and juggler. And he brought me in a suit that he's been working on, so I am just going to zazz it up a little bit for him. Um, my workshop is a complete mess from Halloween, so please bear with me as I try to find my guns. They're over here. Are they crapped out? I hope not. No, they're good. So, guys, thanks again for joining me. Hope you guys had a great Halloween. So, let's zazz this up a little bit. So, what I'm going to do is paint it with Createx airbrush acrylic. I'm not going to use too much because I don't want to take away from that metallic paint that he's put on there. So I'm just going to go in with some grays and some blacks just to give it a little bit more depth. There we go. So I'm going to be using two colors here. We're going to be using the Createx transparent gray. There we go. A little bit of color. And I mean, that gray is pretty dark to begin with, so that might just actually do the trick, and maybe I'll put a little bit of black in there. That's cool. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little right there. Let me see where you guys are at. What can you guys see? So I'm gonna just put you guys a little bit right here so you guys can see me. There we go. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. So guys, thanks again for joining me. We're just doing a little bit of repair for my buddy Brett. He is a costume performer in Houston, Texas, and he brought this over for me to just add a little bit of color. So we're just gonna, there we go. Just adding a little bit of shading in there for him. Ba-da-da-da. Make it look a little bit got a little bit of shading. Ba-ba-ba. So I get a lot of questions coming in, emailed on Instagram. A couple of you emailed me on Facebook about the All Might bodysuit that I did the other day. So I airbrush a lot of my suits and costumes for clients. And I use a variety of airbrush acrylics, but the main one that I use is Createx. Local reason being is a lot of the times Hobby Lobby and Michaels, they don't have a huge turnaround in product that they have on the shelves when it comes to airbrush paints. So that stuff has been sitting there sometimes for years. And, you know, I still go into Michaels and Hobby Lobby, and every now and then I'll catch some of their airbrush paints still have a sticker logo on the paint that hasn't been used in years, so I know that it's not going to work. Every now and then I've been caught in a bind, and I've learned, or I don't learn, I keep doing it. I'll go in there. The last time, a couple months ago, I needed yellow, and instead of driving to the art store that's 45 minutes away from me, I went to my local Michaels, or Hobby Lobby, and I bought yellow. And when I got home, sure enough, it was just a gunk inside the bottle, so it didn't really help me any. There we go. It's changed up a little bit. It's just adding a little bit of depth. So, yeah, very cool. That. Just gonna add a little bit around here. like I said, I'm probably not going to add too much black onto it. There we go. Just give it a little bit of depth. My PSI, for anybody that asks, I usually have it around 25 or 30 for Createx. Just sometimes the paint is a bit thick, so I go a little bit higher on my PSI than I would with makeup. With makeup, you want to keep it safe, so between 15 and 20. When I paint props, are a lot higher just because I'm pushing out paint that is just a little bit thicker. There we go. That looks good. Looks really good. Sweet, 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 sweet. Okay. And what I may end up doing is going back over it with a little bit of iridescent pearl on top of the shading, just so we don't lose any of that metallic that he's got going on here. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how he likes it. I'm just kind of going, shading it in. There we go. That looks good. Da, 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 da. There we go. Guys, thanks again for all of the people that watch my videos. I'm going to have a lot more. I know a lot of the time-lapse videos that I've got they have music and not a lot of sound of me explaining what I'm doing. So what I'm going to try to do in the future is have a couple of videos that are tutorial videos that are live, and then a couple of videos that are tutorial videos that are pre-recorded and edited for you. So that way I'm explaining the process. There we go. A little bit of color. Just adding just a little bit of texture here so it doesn't look like just one flat color. That's cool. Dope, dope, dope. All right. So, guys, below, if you guys comment, let me know what other tutorials or live paints you'd like me to do so I can start setting them up. There we go. And then we're going to go back in there, do a little bit of black. That's pretty easy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hit the legs with a little bit of color too. Take me too long. It's just kind of a quick and dirty paint job. So again, guys, I'm using Createx and an Iwata gun. I'm just hitting those little shadow. Just give it a little bit of depth. So, the problem with this thing is, it's kind of an older costume. Still usable, but just adding a little pizzazz to it, just to give it a little bit more life before it's retired and the new one has to gun. go. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, there we go. Just adding a little bit of color. Little bit. Okay. Alright guys, so I am going to go off now. Thanks for joining me. I'll go back live a little bit later once this thing is done.